Welcome again. This is episode 2 of Zad Gets Good, wherein I attempt to do a Zweihander run through Dark Souls, kind of explaining a little bit along the way. So, I'm going to go down here, talk to this lady. No response, she can't speak. Why not? Oh, fun fact, her tongue is actually missing, it was ripped out. We find out more about that later, but she is a firekeeper. She keeps that bonfire lit up there, and she is imprisoned. Not sure by who or for what reason yet. So we're going to go down here, find ourselves a spot that you really shouldn't go to till it's further into the game, but we can get a firekeeper soul, which is someone like that lady that was locked up there, but she dead. So we can take their soul, and what that does is improves our Estus flask, meaning when we use it, we'll gain more health than we otherwise would. So you can run down here. I don't advise stopping to look at the scenery or anything like that, because these enemies are pretty strong, especially at this level, and you need to have a special item that you use to actually interact with the ghosts, otherwise they just come up and maul you. So the best strategy is just run. Just run across this narrow bridge. Get it. Excellent. And then we'll just let these guys kill us. Maybe we can run back. That would be fun. Isn't that nice? So we'll run back up there, and we'll talk to that. Well, not talk to that firekeeper, because she can't talk. She ain't got no tongue. Ugh. But she can reinforce our, Estus flask. That transient curse is an item that you would use if you're going to hang out down here and have to fight those ghosts. What are you doing? Istok. It's a nice little rapier, little piercing weapon. Actually, since we're already down here, let's keep going. Master key. We'll pick up some other items and get killed, because why not? If you go over this way, you'll end up in Blight Town, which we are certainly not ready for that yet. So we're gonna mosey down here. Oh, ha, oh. There's this big dead dragon here, and by dead I mean sleeping. I'm trying to remember, there's a specific order you can pick these things up in and not wake them up. Okay, there's one. Oh boy, and I'm gonna die. Yeah, he'll one-shot you at this level. We can come back later and get him back, but for now, we'll just come back here. So we've got that firekeeper soul we picked up downstairs. We can talk to this lady. She will reinforce our business. So now at the bottom you'll see Estus flask +1. So we can fit more drink in our drink cup. Let's look at this shield. So you'll see that Dragon Crest shield. More fire resist, not as good. Magic. Weighs the same. Slightly less stability. Yeah, we'll just stick with the spider shield for now. So next we'll go to the Undead Burg, which is your first kind of major area in the game. When I first went through it, I thought it was like a third of the final game, actually, because it took me so long to do anything in it. It was ridiculous. I'm not sure why I'm having such a tough time with these guys. At least I can knock them down. Fun fact, I think the reason I'm having such a tough time is I need to have my dexterity at 10. And I don't. Because I'm an idiot. So, I guess I should worry about leveling that up first before I try to swing this sword. I was wondering why I wasn't getting good hits with it. So this is why I always have the disclaimer that I am no Dark Souls expert, because I obviously was not paying attention. So I will, in the meantime, until we get that level 10 dexterity that we obviously need, because we're dumb shits, I'll just go back to my battle axe. We can look at I can't even wield that. I suck. Can't do nothing but my battle axe. That's alright. So we'll use this for now until I can level up. What do I even need to level up? Let's look. I need 775. But lucky for me, we've got some souls here that we've collected. You know what? I'm not going to use those to level up right now. I usually save those for inventory items that I need to buy. So, now that I'm equipped with what I should have, this should prove a lot easier. There we go. I knew there was a reason. I knew it couldn't be that I'm terrible. Surely that's not it. You ain't got nothing. And you got these guys with their shields, and I'm being set on fire. Again, not because I'm terrible. Ooh, don't fall off. If you're wondering how many times I've fallen off that cliff, it was a lot. But at the beginning of the game, like, this is, if you've never played before, this is like a really tough area. Which doesn't seem like it. But it's kind of the game, this is where the game teaches you that you can't just rush in. Because if you do, like, this guy will set you on fire. Or if you just rush straight for him, that other guy will hit you in the face with an axe. So it really comes down to trial and error. Oh, souls. We got a little rat here. These guys are dumb. Usually they can give you humanity. This guy did not. Later rats can also poison you, so that's nice. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break here. Hello? Okay, sorry, I had a phone call. Automated phone call from Google+. They seem to think I own a business. I do not. But that's neither here nor there. What up, pimps? So this is kind of where the game really starts, I would say. And where I start getting hit. Because I ain't paying attention. So we see a fog gate up here. But I got some other things I want to clear. before I do that. Be wary of liar. You can leave little messages for other characters, or other players, excuse me. We don't have the item right now, but we get it very soon. And you can leave helpful tips and tricks. Or as you can see by Be Wary of Liar, you can also leave false information. A pretty popular one is to say like, oh, try jumping, and people will fall off the cliff and die. So take all messages with a grain of salt. Assume that everyone is trying to trick you. Just know when not even yourself. Let's see. We can go in here. Hello? This guy just hanging out. We'll take his soul. It's not a big deal. Can't go up there. And we'll continue going around the outside if I can stop getting lost. It's usually a good idea, if you are playing with the shield, to have it up wherever you go, especially the first time you're running into an area. These guys. They think they sneaky. And maybe they all are. Oh. These guys are kind of the cannon fodder of the game. Rubbish. A useless item. Or is it? This guy looks like his head's on fire. We'll get a humanity. Again, once I get to the next bonfire, I'll probably go human. Which in this area, the noob starting zone, we'll probably get invaded. You can see me get ganked by a higher level person. Or maybe an equal level person who's just really good. Damn. That scared the hell out of me the first time it happened. I was like, oh, boss fight. Nope, there he goes. This is another area that teaches you the importance of trying to take people on one at a time, because if you just rush in there, you're probably going to get killed. Guys just taking pot shots at you. Whoa. Wooden shield. It's pretty good. Again, most classes don't start with a good shield like this. It's a spider shield. So, we'll go in here. We will light the bonfire. We will rest at the bonfire. We will level up dexterity so I can stop being a shithead and start using that weapon I have. And I'm also going to go human, so let's go ahead and do that. And because I have the humanity, I will also increase it by one more so I can kindle the bonfire. Kindling is always good. First we have to reverse hollowing, which makes you human. Uses one humanity, so you can get a good shot of the face. And then we can kindle, which basically means that the bonfire will restore 10 Estus Flask instead of 5, so more healing, mo better. Alright, sorry, a little hiccup there. It stopped recording, but I resumed. So, we upgraded our decks, we kindled the bonfire. The next item on the agenda is do what I should have done in the first place, but I was being a moron. Equipped the Zweihander. Says that we don't have the strength to wield it in one hand, which is fine, because we can two-hand it. Pump. Pew. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'll rest here to reset all the little guys. We'll venture on out here and go on our way. This is where the true test will start. So normally, like my first character actually used this same sword, but he was more of a tank. So he had big, heavy armor, could take a lot of hits, had a shield I could block with. Because we're not going to level our strength to be able to use this sword one-handed, we have to rely on dodging, since we can't block with the shield. You still get any passive bonuses from the shield just for having it on your back, but you can't really block with it. You can block with the sword, but as you can see, you'll still take damage. So the key is to be aware of your surroundings and kick these guys to make them drop their shield. Then knock their dicks in the dirt with this. But really just gotta get good at dodging, which I was never that great at. Like, you know, I'd hit like 2 out of 3, but I mean, it's good enough for Meatloaf. Not good enough for me. So hopefully this will make me a better player. We'll talk to this merchant.
Oh, there you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead, don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
I believe 75% of the NPCs in this game laugh when they're done talking to you. It's kind of annoying. Let's see. There's that orange guidance soapstone, which will let you leave messages for other players. The residence key is helpful later on for saving an NPC, so I will get that now. Weapons, don't really care. Arrows don't really matter right now. The armor, you can get chain armor to look like that dope back at the Firelink Shrine. Again, I don't care. I will probably come back for the repair box, which will let you repair all your equipment, and the bottomless box is helpful just to kind of manage your inventory. So you're not carrying every piece of everything that you find in the game and have to sift through it. So let's use some of our found soul items to see if we can buy those. Early in the game, it's good to use these to buy stuff from vendors rather than trying to level yourself up, because with each boss fight you get so many souls that you don't really need to use these right now. So now I have enough to get the repair box, which is my main goal. Not quite enough to also get the bottomless box. So we'll come back here after we wasted some fools. So we'll go this way. I do like holding my sword like this. Oh, what a punk. Big sword like this, you see it takes a long time to swing, so you really have to try to time your hits. Try to hit them before they get close enough. Because otherwise, as you saw before, they can just break your swing animation and hurt you. There's a stat called poise, where the higher that is, the harder it is for them to break your swing animation, but we don't have much of that right now. That's usually gained from heavier armors and such. Throwing knife. Now down here we can see into our little area from before, where we first entered the Burg, and try to make this jump. See if I can do it on the first try. Nope. I fail. I'll fast forward. Oh. There we go. Jumping in this game is really bad. It's really hard to do. Luckily, there's not really too many areas where you need to jump or platform. That was the goal of all that, to get a crossbow. Can we even use it? Wouldn't be surprised if I can't. Oh, we can. So, being as we're not going to be a heavy magic user, look out below. That'll be our primary ranged attack, unless we can find a bow that we can actually use. Which maybe we can. Bows are always preferable to crossbows, because you can lock on with the crossbow, but you can't really free aim. And that can be annoying. So, let's see how much that is, and if we can use it. We can. Well, that's good news, guys.
Oh, thanks.
We'll come back to him later after we've bought some arrows. Maybe we can buy some. Oh, phooey. We'll go gain some souls and come back and buy some. Be helpful, and then we don't really have to deal with that guy again. You can kill him if you want. You can kill any NPC in this game for the most part. I don't know if there's any that you can't. But more often than not, you shouldn't, because you never know if you're going to need them. Especially ones that sell spells and stuff. That can be really bad. So you always want to be careful. Make sure that you don't accidentally aggro somebody. Usually they'll give you a few free hits, realizing that we all make mistakes, before they really aggro and try to attack you. That guy is not too important, though. As long as you bought everything you need from him, you can kill him if you want. You can get his sword. It's kind of neat, little katana, if you want to be a weeaboo about it. But there's a weapon for every playstyle in this game. If you like quick weapons, like this guy's got a little short sword. It's good. I've always just really liked the big, slow weapons that just one-shot people, because it's funny. Go through here, taking care to look behind every nook and cranny. Kill. Everybody that we see. Go up here, because there'll be treasure in here. Yeah! Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. Oh, waistcloth. How lovely. We go up here and get these guys that were throwing fire bombs at us like a bunch of dill holes. Maybe we can pelt them with our little doink. It's actually not bad. Not bad damage. If you can actually hit a moving target, which we can't apparently. That's how you swing a sword. That's a knife! Uh-oh. He was about to firebomb us into oblivion. But instead we killed him. Make a big joke. Go in here. There's that residence key that we bought from the merchant. I forgot that it also opens this door. Gold pine resin, very handy, especially for this boss, because it applies lightning damage to your weapon, which makes you hit a lot harder, which is helpful for earlier bosses when it can be pretty tough. Just took an arrow to the face, but we're too smart for that. Again, one at a time is usually the way to go. Oh, ow. As I aggro too. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't be like me and aggro too. Down here, there is a black knight. You can see him standing there. If I approach him, he will turn around and probably stomp my ass. These guys are a lot easier to beat when you can parry, which I can't really do with this sword right now. I don't think you can do it at all. Two-handed. So maybe I'll come back later and mess with him, but for right now, I just want to get to a flaming barrel. Gee, I wonder if that got me the first time. It did. But it doesn't respawn, so if it does kill you, at least there's that. The next time it won't be there. There's a guy in there. I'm going to leave him alone for now. I'll come back to that. He's pretty tough. But you guys just want to see the bosses. On your way up here, make sure to kill some barrels. Link to the past style. Uh-oh. See this guy? He's a crystal lizard. He drops upgrade items, which are pretty hard to come by. So always take advantage of that. Keep in mind also, I've been human. I'm playing in the afternoon, so it's kind of a weird time of day. And this is a lower level area, so I'm probably not going to get invaded. But as long as the area boss is still alive, you can be invaded by other players if you're in human form. After we beat the boss, you won't get invaded unless you put down a sign. You can still invade other people, but let's go ahead and put on that gold pine resin. Got that shiny shine. It seems like a pretty good view. But then... You know it's a boss when the music comes on. This guy's pretty similar to the... Bam! Look at that. Took off like a third of his health. What a punk-ass bitch. I didn't dodge correctly. Still trying to get the feel. Wow. There we go. That actually stuns him, which is cool. But really, if you stay in his crotch, you're, oh, you can fall off the bridge and die. That was pretty cool, I guess. I've never had that happen before. This is shaping up to be a great Let's Play, guys. I'll spare you the details and speedrun through. I got a retrieval because, as you may or may not have seen, I went to attack this guy, I wasn't paying attention, and fell off the ladder. So this is really like a Abbott and Costello do Dark Souls type run through, apparently. I'm just making all the casual mistakes. So when that happens, sucks because we had like 1,700 souls that we could have recovered if we just got to that boss area again. But instead, I didn't. Because I'm a loser. But that's okay. Okay, let's try this again. I forgot to mention it earlier, but definitely make sure you climb this ladder and kill these guys, otherwise they're going to shoot arrows at you through the whole boss fight. And I think you can imagine how stupid that would be. Two at once, two at once. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? again. Stay in the crotch. So with a big old sword like this, a few dick shots should do it. Victory achieved. Homeward bone. Decent amount of souls. Things are looking good, guys. I'll go ahead and heal up. Because again, trust no one. And then we meet a total bro.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek...
Lord Gwyn is the Lord of Sunlight.
You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
This guy's pretty jolly. Another thing in this game, even after you talk to him again.
I have a proposition. The way I see it, our fates appear to be in a land brimming with hollows.
And he kind of explains a bit of the multiplayer theory or lore that we all exist in the same world, just different timelines. Of course I'm going to join him. You get a white sign soapstone, which will let you be summoned to other players' games. So that boss we just beat, you can put your sign down and help someone beat them. And if you do that, you get a bunch of souls and all sorts of cool stuff.
The very fabric wavers. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine. But use this to summon one and engage in jolly cooperation.
Jolly
Of course,
cooperation.
we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon
So
to
Solaire, you can also summon him for boss fights if you're not online or just want to use a
be blind.
NPC. If there's no other people with signs down that you can summon. Praise the sun.
Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze.
Doesn't seem like a good idea to stare at the
The
sun.
sun is a wonder.
It's up there somewhere.
Like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Oh my. Weirdo. Alright, I'm going to put on this shield because it has that higher fire resistance, because we're just going to cross this bridge. Surely nothing bad will happen, right? Oh, there's that dragon from earlier. He just killed everyone. I'll run down here. And this is where you kind of get your first taste of how this world works. So here's a ladder. Be careful you don't fall off. You want to kick it. And that will actually take you back down to this bonfire where we just came from. So it's a nice little shortcut. So I will sit there to replenish. Oh, let's level up actually. You know, let's just do that. Alright, 2 minutes 12, so we can get another spell slot over on the right. And I think everything else is just going to go into endurance. And as you level up, your defenses all go up by a point anyway in your attack power, so you get a little bit stronger, regardless of what stat you put your points into. You can go this way to go underneath the bridge if you want to. If you decide to get some arrows, you can actually shoot his tail, which will, after about 20 arrows or 30, takes a while, he'll drop the Drake Sword, which is a great starter weapon. It doesn't scale too well, and a lot of people use it as a crutch, and it kind of hurts you in the long run if you rely on that. But for first-time players, it's worth getting. It's definitely stronger than what you've got. I'm trying to lure him out. Here we go. Oh boy, why did I do that? I am not smart. Most times. Normally what you would need to do, which I don't know if I can do that, is do some damage to him, and he will plop down onto the bridge. Oh, there we go. And in this case, you just run. Run! Which brings us to the Undead Parish. Okay, what is he doing? So at this point, you can run out here and pick up some items. You can go out there and fight this guy if you want to, but I don't recommend it. Let's see if we can get him to settle down. Killed me at the bonfire. Ain't that some shit? Well, at least it respawned me right here. So I'll pick up some of these items. There's some cool swords and stuff. Souls. Claymore is a very good sword, but it requires a little bit more dexterity. It's not as heavy as the Zwei, so we won't be using it for this playthrough. So anyway, I'll rest here so they stop trying to kill me. I'll open this. Which will open the door into the next area. But for now, I think we're going to call that an episode, because that's pretty much the Undead Burg. So, thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.